friends, welcome back to Llama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me tonight or today or whenever you're watching this video. This is actually Tuesday's video, but it doesn't matter what day you watch it on, just as long as you watch it. I appreciate you friends for being here. I am so grateful for you guys and so thankful that you are here with me and hanging out. So I wanted to update you all on my doctor's appointment today, and I think I do want to do a video all on its own about my finger and what's going on. Right now I'm wrapping up yarn, okay? I'm wrapping up my next color of yarn. I feel like I'm running behind on everything. I should have sat down and rolled up my next set of colors, but I feel like I'm running behind. Today I had stuff to do this morning and then had to get a shower, and Big Daddy came home from work. He left work at lunch. He came home and picked me up, and we went to my doctor's appointment, and we were there till way after 5 o'clock. Like, they were closed, and it was just me and the doctor and a nurse there. Because they had closed, they close at 5. And so we were there till way after 5. And then we went to Target to get prescriptions. And then after Target, what did we do? We went to get a bite to eat. Big Daddy was wore out and he was hungry. Like, all he'd had that the whole day was a glass of orange juice that morning. So he was getting kind of sick from not eating anything. And so we went and got something so he could eat. And then, so we haven't been home that long. And so I feel like I'm just kind of running behind and trying to play catch up. But anyway, I'm rambling. Saying all that, I wanted to update you all on my finger. It is still just, I tell you what, on this video, it does not show what's going on with my finger. So I'm going to insert some photos. Well, I'm going to save that. I'm going to do a whole nother video about my finger and put those photos in there and all, because it gets really bad at times. And then some photos that I took today at the doctor's office, it was really bad. But anyway, so he come in and he's like, "You have got to stop doing this." And I was like, if only, And so he said, "Was it like that when you went to rheumatology in Shreveport?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "What did they say?" And so I explained to him that they didn't really say anything. Just continue to up my medicines. And, my next appointment with them is in May. And so I said, "Like you don't know, they don't know either." And he said, "Yes, because we tried everything, and something usually works with most people." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to be like this, but it's just not, out of my control. It's not working." So anyway, he sat there and scrolled on his phone for a minute, and he was trying to come up with something. And so he said there was a medication. He said, if maybe I can get this in a liquid. No, he called a liquid, or either see if the pills can be crushed or whatever. He called the pharmacy. We use Target Pharmacy. He called them and spoke with the pharmacist, and those pills cannot be crushed because of they're a long active type thing, and then if you crush them, they would no longer be a long active. So he said that's not good. So he had a liquid suspension medication that could still be put through my tube. I mean, it would be put through the tube. And so, my feeding tube. So she checked on that, and insurance denied it, and he said, I'm going to call insurance. And so he got insurance card, And he called them right then and talked to them and explained, you know, this is very serious. This is a very necessary medication. And so they approved it right there on the phone with him. And so, anyway. And what else? We talked about a lot of things. We talked about a lot. I can't even remember everything. I'm just so tired right now. Really and truly, it's been a long day. And then we talked about the home health and explained, you know, what happened with the last home health and how that went. And he said that's ridiculous. And I told him, you know, that all I qualify for is whatever Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to cover, that I do not qualify for disability and all that kind of stuff. And I explained to him why. And he's like, yeah, you're not going to qualify for anything. And so he put in some stuff for home health, but I'm not sure he did that correctly, because when I came home and I was looking on the computer to see what all he put in as the notes and stuff about today, he referred me to a home health in New Orleans, an ambulatory referral for home health in New Orleans. And surely that is a mistake, because I am not going to New Orleans for anything. And so, anyway, I don't know. I think that's a mistake. So I may have to call the social worker at the hospital tomorrow and ask her to check on that and see what the deal is. Or I don't know if I should do that, or if I should wait until the home health place calls me. I don't know. I might just call out there tomorrow and speak to the social worker. So anyway, he, you know, gave me a new med, changed up a few of my meds. That's the thing, when you go to multiple doctors, they all change your meds. He did, I told him, like, this is so painful. It is throbbing. It feels like the nerves in there are just going crazy. It feels like electricity going through your finger at all times, and it's just throbbing and pain and hurting. I told him at night, I wake up and I think surely my whole finger has busted because it's hurting so bad, and I get the flashlight and look at it multiple times a night, like every time I wake up, and I wake up often from the pain. So he ended up giving me a long-lasting morphine, 15 milligrams of morphine to take every 12 hours. And then I go back and see him in 4 weeks. So I feel like at the end of all that, you know, if you're still alive, come back in 4 weeks. So I don't know. We just have to play it by ear and see what happens. I'm gonna, you know, stick it out as long as I can, but if it gets too bad, I'll just have to, you know, just see the orthopedic doctor if it gets too bad. I don't know. Someone asked about just taking off the tip of the finger. That was what the plan was on the last finger, which was the pinky. But then when he went to do the surgery, you know, and he come by to mark it that morning when I was in the curtain room pre-surgery, and he come by to mark the finger that he was, you know, working on, and I said, you're just going to take the tip of it, right? And then in the end, he had to take the whole finger because gangrene was, you know, in it. So, yeah. Anyway, so I go back in 4 weeks. And until then, I'll be taking the medications. But the medications won't be in until Thursday. They had to order it, and it will be Thursday when they can get that in. So, just another day. Gotta get through Wednesday, and then Thursday night we should get my medication when Big Daddy gets home from work. The pharmacy closes at 7, so he'll swing by here at 6, and we'll go straight to the pharmacy. So anyway, all that to say that I'm still having a lot of issues with my finger. Florence is not happy. She is very angry. And it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I do not want to lose this finger, because I feel like I will be losing a lot if I lose this finger. But I also know that I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's devastating to even think about that that's a possibility, okay? It is. It's really devastating to even think that I could lose this finger that I use for everything in my life. So, okay. So anyway, we're just going to jump in and talk about questions. It's probably not going to be that long of a video. Like I said, I'm tired. Really, really tired. But I want to work on this blanket a little bit. And just sit down here and just relax and talk to you guys, because that's relaxing to me. Just as some of you say that it's relaxing to you, I appreciate that. But it really does relax me to just sit here and talk to you guys and to work on this blanket for a little while. But I hope you all had a great day. It was Tuesday, and I hope you had a great day and got stuff accomplished and are happy with how your day went. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and it'll be a better day. It'll be a better day. Someone asked about Phoebe, that they hadn't seen her in a while. Well, it's because I've been in here doing videos like this. And the reason why I'm doing videos like this is because that's just what's easiest on me at the moment. And I've got to do what's easy on me and what helps me be able to get out videos. If the thought of having to go in there and record and then come in here and record and go back in there and record, I mean, that's just too much for me right now, okay? For me to get out a video, the last couple months I hadn't put out that many videos because I just don't have it in me to do it that way right now. I will get back to doing that, and I will get back to doing videos that way and stuff, and being on camera. But that's the only reason why I'm not on camera. Like, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing going on. It's just it's as easiest for me, and I've got to do easy and simple right now, so I can just come on here and just chat and enjoy my time with you guys without it hanging over me that I've got to do this, I got to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I just need to be easy. And I appreciate you all understanding that, and just understanding that I got to do simple for me. And I'm doing a lot better doing videos this way. I've put out a video every day this week. A couple of days there was 2, and one day there was 3. So it's helped me, be able to put out videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having these videos going out. Anyway, guys, so Phoebe is she's in her little bed over here on the bench, her puppy bed, asleep, and she keeps an eye on me. But she's doing good. She's spoiled, and yes, she and Sassy both can sense that something's going on with me, and they are both super clingy. Sassy is like, wants in my lap, wants all up on my neck all the time. I just had to stop this morning, everything I was doing, and just sit and hold her for a minute. And then, I was like, okay, Sassy, I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta get a shower. But yes, she just wants me to hold her, and then Phoebe wants me to just hold her, and so they are both very super clingy. Phoebe has always been very in tune with when I feel bad and having a bad day, and she wants to comfort me. Sassy is the same way. She knows when I don't feel well, and she wants to comfort me, but what ends up happening is I'm comforting both of them because they're upset because I'm upset, and then it gets hysterically funny because I'm sitting here trying to juggle a cat and a dog, and I don't feel like holding either one of them. And I'm having to hold both of them. So yeah, it gets funny. I start laughing at myself because, you know, I feel horrible, and I gotta comfort the dog and the cat because they're worried about me. But they're sweet. They're both so sweet. Now, Sissy's not like that in tune like that with me. She's kind of standoffish. She loves to come and be petted, but she's not the oh, hold me type of cat. She's more of the let me just sit beside you and we'll be okay. You know, she's happy doing that. Matter of fact, I don't even see her right now. Sassy's on top of the piano in the cat bed asleep, and Phoebe's in her puppy bed asleep, but I don't see Sissy. She is probably in the living room. There's a chair in there that she likes to lay in and sleep, so she's probably in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so somebody asked about... Okay, let me just tell y'all this real quick. When I say somebody, the reason why I'm not saying, hey, Kelly asked this, or Kelly said that, or Connie, or whoever, is because it doesn't show me the name. It'll show me like part of an email. And if that email doesn't have a name, then I don't know who it is. And I just don't feel like it's kind of fair to call out some names and some names not, but sometimes that does happen just because it happens that way. But that's why I'm not saying, so, you know, who said or who asked. It's because YouTube doesn't show me that. It shows me a partial of an email. And yeah, so I don't know the names sometimes. And sometimes I do recognize the email and know the name, but like I said, it's just easier to say somebody asked, okay? It's less brain power for me. And that's, you know, it's what it takes. I don't have a lot of brain power to be offering up, okay? I really don't. I just don't have a lot of extra brain power right now going on. But anyway, they were asking about how did we homeschool without internet service. Well, we didn't homeschool on the internet. Like, we didn't do online homeschooling. We used the internet, you know, to look up stuff. And we would just have to do that when we did have service. Or if we went to the library or something like that. Or, you know, if we went anywhere and my kids had once they had phones, they would, you know, check everywhere to see if they had Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi they could hook up to. But we could look up things at home, but we didn't do like a curriculum online. I bought curriculum and then made up some of our own curriculum. We did unit studies, and so it wasn't necessary to have a full-time streaming. Here comes Sissy. It wasn't necessary to have a full-time streaming internet service. And New Orleans is about 4 to 5 hours away from us. So we're at the top of Louisiana, and New Orleans is at the bottom of Louisiana. So it's probably at least 4 hours, if not 5, depending, you know, drive there. And we've been to New Orleans many, many times. We've been down for, you know, vacations, or we used to go down and just go to the aquarium down there. We'd leave early one morning, and we'd make it down to the aquarium about the time they would open, so we would just go straight there. park our car, and I'd already have things packed that we could just get out that we needed for the day. And we would get out and go to the aquarium and places around there. And then we would get, you know, a hotel that afternoon. And spend the night there. The next day, get up and do something, like maybe go to the zoo or something else like that. And then we would come back home that evening. So, yeah, we used to do that a lot, just for a one-nighter getaway type thing, to do something with the kids. And then we went there for the Superdome when my brother was playing in the band. His high school football team went, and he played in the band. So we went 2 years for that, to the Superdome. And just different things like that. I mean, I went to the doctor there. I've had doctor's appointments there. We spent a week or two, about a week there, for me going to different doctors. Elijah's went to doctors there when he was little. So we've been to New Orleans lots of times. Somebody asked about my feeding tube. Will I always have a dangler, or can I change to a different kind? And I'm assuming they're talking about a button. I wanted a button, but the surgeon said I was too fat for a button. Can y'all believe that? There are fat people who have buttons. I've inquired about that, and so there is such a thing as fat people having a button, but they're not going to do it, obviously. I'm going to have a dangler, so I have a dangler. I think a button would be better, but I don't know. My hole is very big, my stoma, and if you know anything about feeding tubes, some feeding tubes, like, say this is the tube, on the outside you have this bumper, that's a round bumper. That's the one I have to have. If I have the bumper that just has, like, the bar, and it's not a round bumper, it's just a bar like this on the outside of the tube, that bar goes down in my stoma and tears my skin up. So I have to have the big round disc on the outside. So if I had a button, like a Mickey button, they're kind of small head on that, you know, and so that would just go down in my stoma. So it may be best that I do have a dangler with a big round disc on the outside. But yes, I have to make sure anytime I'm getting a new tube that they're not trying to put one in with a bar bumper. I made that mistake once, and I will never make that mistake again. Oh, yeah. Somebody was talking about their feet hurting, and it's just pain and burning. It feels like they have frostbite, and they can't sleep. I am so very sorry. I know that feeling, maybe not to your extent in the feet, but I have had, like, neuropathy symptoms in my feet. I don't have it all the time, but I do know things that will set it off, such as riding in the car for a long time. For me, does set it off, the vibration of the car. If I'm in it for too many hours a day, that night I will be laying in the bed crying with my feet. So it's probably not to the extent of yours, but I can understand that pain. And then she was saying she just cannot sleep until she gets absolutely exhausted and just kind of passes out. I've been there lots of times. I do know that feeling where you're just in so much pain you can't sleep, but then eventually you just pass out because you're so exhausted. Sorry you're dealing with that. I know we're all just dealing with so much, and I'm glad that we can be here for one another and support each other. Elijah has been home. He moved at the end of November. He moved to Hot Springs, Arkansas, and then he came home for Christmas, And I was sick the whole time. I mean, I was in the bed. I'd try to get up, and I was just throwing up, and they'd say, go lay back down, because I had that spinal headache, because I'd had surgery, and I had that spinal leak, and it gives you that horrible, horrible headache, where if you even sit up, you start throwing up. But if you lay down, you feel a lot better. So he came and laid in the bed with me a lot, and just talked, you know, so that was nice. And then Dakota came and laid in the bed with me for a while too, and we talked and all, but, so it was nice that I did, you know, get to lay in the bed and talk to him, but I wasn't able to get up and, you know, visit and do things and such. Like, I have no idea what even they did. I tried to sit up just to watch the boys open their Christmas presents, and I missed a lot of that because I just was throwing up. I just jump up and go throw up. I know that's gross to talk about, but that's just what was happening. And then, and I didn't even open my Christmas presents, you know, because I was just so sick. Let's see. And then he is going to come home the last weekend of this month, I believe. He's coming home on the 24th. That's a Saturday. So when he gets off work that night on the 23rd, he's just going to come drive here and then sleep so that we can do some stuff on Saturday. And that's actually when we're going to celebrate Dakota's birthday. We are going to take him out to eat at his restaurant of choice, but we all know where he's going to pick. And then we're going to, I don't know, just hang out. Me and Elijah was trying to think of something to do for Dakota for his birthday, but we haven't thought of it yet, so we may just come back here and hang out, because I just really miss, you know, us just being together and hanging out, and I would enjoy that more than being at an activity where we're not really, you know, talking and enjoying each other and catching up and stuff. So I did talk to both the boys tonight on the phone. After we left the hospital, I went ahead and called Elijah, and because they both wanted to know, you know, about my doctor's visit and everything. So I called Elijah first because Dakota was still at work, and Dakota was still at work, and Elijah had gotten to work, and he can talk while he's at work. So called him and talked to him a while, and confirmed that he is still planning on coming in that weekend. And he was telling me about his job and what's going on with it. And a girl got fired that worked a night shift because not only was she sleeping, but she had a blanket and a pillow. And she got caught sleeping. Somebody had broke in 2 nights in a row. And so they decided to go up there in the middle of the night and check out what was going on. And she was asleep with her pillow and blanket. And so she got fired. And so he was just telling me all kinds of things like that, you know. And then I talked to Dakota tonight, and, you know, I told him that Elijah's coming home on the 24th, and so that's when we're going to celebrate his birthday. So he's good with that. He'll be happy to see Elijah. He misses him. I'm glad that my boys, I mean, they talk all the time, but I'm glad that they are close and, you know, miss each other and talk to each other and stuff. And I'm glad before Elijah moved, I mean, they hung out a lot together. They, you know, were always visiting each other, you know, going out to eat with each other and just hanging out. And I'm glad that they are friends. Not only brothers, but friends, you know. That just warms a mom's heart to know that. Which, when I was raising them up, you know, I'd tell them all the time, if they would fight or argue about something, I'd say, look, all you got's each other. When me and Dad's gone, all you got's each other. So, anyway, somebody asked about my family and Big Daddy's family, if they got along together. Yes, for the most part, yes. Jody's mom was she was a very sweet lady, super sweet. She always tried to do the right thing. She always tried, this was her famous words, let's keep an even keel. I can hear her saying that now. Let's keep an even keel. She passed away in 2016. And I'll tell you a little story about that in just a minute. But I will say this. Jody's mom lived next door to us. So we saw her a lot, you know, and she come over and eat dinner with us. We always cooked dinner and invited her over because his dad passed away in 1991. No, 92. Maybe 93. He passed away in 93, sorry. So she was by herself. And so she, you know, we always invited her over for dinner or dessert or something. She would just always, you know, come over multiple times a week and sit with us and whatever. And I will say this, my mother was very jealous of that. She was very jealous of old lady Miller. That's what she would call her. She would call her old lady Miller. That just came to me. I had forgotten about that, and it just came to me just now. I didn't mean to say that, but that is really what my mom would say. She was very jealous of her. My mother does have a jealousy tendency. Big time. But anyway, I cracked myself up thinking about that. But, yeah, Jody's mom was very, very loving and very, just forgiving, and I don't know. But she always said, let's keep it even keel. Because Jody does have one brother that I do not get along with. And I have not liked him from the get-go. He tried to dictate some things about our wedding and how our wedding was going to be. And I said, oh, well, he doesn't have to be in the wedding. He doesn't even have to come to the wedding. And they were just like, oh, what? And then Jody's mom was like, let's keep it even keel. She would say that all the time. Because me and this one particular brother butted heads a lot. We just butted heads. He's the brother that they adopted when he was little. And anyway, not that that has anything to do with it, but I pulled a gun on him one night, okay? He was looking in my living room window, and I just reached over. Big Daddy worked evenings. I was home by myself, and I kept a gun close by, and so I picked that gun up and racked it and pointed it towards the window, and he took off running. I knew he was out there. Anyway, so, I don't know. But yeah, they did get along. There was lots of times where the whole families, both families went out to eat dinner together and stuff like that, you know. Somebody asked if I've made daisy squares and sunflower squares. Yes, I have made both. I've made blankets with both. I have a little daisy blanket that I love, I don't know where that even is to get it out to share, but I love how it turned out. And I've made a sunflower blanket in the past too. And let's see. Somebody was asking about tornadoes. Well, and if I had a safe spot here at my house. We do not have a basement because in Louisiana, it's just not a thing to have basements because water. So we don't have basements. But our home, the way our home is, we've determined the safest place for us to be if it was a tornado is in the kitchen. We have a long, narrow kitchen, and there's only one window above the kitchen sink. So that would be our safest place. So sometimes when, Big Daddy's been at work and we've had bad weather, he'll call me and he'll say, if it gets bad there, drag a chair into the kitchen and stay in the kitchen. Let's see. Somebody was asking about those appliance balls that I opened one in video this morning, Tuesday morning. There was a opening up Miniverse appliance make it thing, and somebody was asking about where to get those at. They sell them at Target, Walmart, and on Amazon. So those are really, really cute, and I really enjoyed opening that. And I want to get a couple more of those to get a couple of the other drink dispenser things. So they're just really cute. They are so cute. All that stuff is so cute. And that Miniverse Make It Food, I'm trying to collect up some of those to do some videos with for Patina. Let's see. Somebody asked about when did my sister pass away? She passed away in 2020, before COVID hit. She passed away in January. Matter of fact, her birthday was January the 15th, and she passed away January the 17th. And she did have a lot of the same health issues that I have. We both were seeing rheumatologists and dealing with the same health stuff. And then now, she's gone, but sometimes I have health stuff to come up and I'll be like, oh, this is what Lisa was dealing with. And so she just couldn't breathe. One night she called her daughter and said, I can't breathe. And she was, I guess, panicking because she felt like she couldn't breathe. I don't know. And Jennifer said, call 911, and hung up. Jennifer wasn't at home. She was in town. So she raced out there, which was in a different town. She raced out there and the ambulance came, and Lisa passed away on the way to the hospital. It was really unexpected. I mean, you do expect people with illnesses to eventually die, but it was unexpected. Let's see. Oh, so we had talked about, somebody had asked me about the pain pump battery, and I said I really didn't know, and somebody answered in the comments that the battery lasts about 5 to 7 years, and then it'll start beeping when the battery gets low. And I do remember that, being told that now. I just, I have so much going on in my head, I can't remember everything, but she said that it'll start beeping, and that's when you know your battery's getting low. And I have forgot all about that, but I was told that. But thank you so much for commenting that, because, like I said, I forgot that I was even told that. And then somebody else said, a woman has to know her limitations. And that is so true. And I need to learn mine. Like, I'm trying to learn mine. But sometimes my mind just plays tricks on me and says, oh, let's do this. And then my body's like, don't you know our limitations, girl? But yeah, I know, I get it. She said her mama used to say that all the time. A woman has to know her limitations. Well, I need to remember my limitations. Oh, and somebody was talking about their husband's such a techie, and she's not. And she says she's always like 3 versions behind. I get it. I'm not a techie either. Like, I don't care about cell phones. Like, if I didn't have a cell phone, I would not even care. Like, the only thing I would care about is recording videos for you guys on YouTube. That's the only thing I use my phone for. I don't use it for apps. Like, I don't have apps on my phone. I don't. And Big Daddy will say something about an app or something. Don't you have that app on your phone? I'm like, I don't use my phone for that. I don't do apps. I just don't care about that. Like, I'm just not into that kind of stuff. Big Daddy is way more into that than me. He has all the apps. I'm like, how do you even have room on your phone for anything if you got all those apps? But like, even the Walmart app, he'll be like, why don't you put the Walmart app on your phone? Because I don't want to. I just don't. I'm just not like that. That does not interest me in the least bit. I don't feel like I have to have the latest, greatest of anything. When we got married, which was in 1990, I came into the marriage with a black and white TV, okay? Yeah. But Big Daddy watched that black and white TV as if it was a big screen color TV. Because remember, he didn't have TV at home. So, he got me and a black and white TV. And I used to laugh that he would sit there and watch that little old TV, and I just wouldn't like that. I mean, I only watched it if there was a show that I wanted to watch, or I don't know. I just wasn't into sitting and watching TV. I guess because I had that opportunity, you know, and he didn't. I don't know. It's just funny. It's just really funny to think about things like that. But he does like gadgets, and he likes to text, and I don't. And so sometimes he comes home from work and he's like, why didn't you answer my text today? And I'm like, I didn't even know you text. Like, I don't even know where my phone's at. And it'll be like in my bottom of my purse or something. So yeah, I'm just not into that. I really am not. Oh my goodness, guys. Like I said, I'm just wore out. And plus I'm starting new medications. Some of the medications that they upped last week are causing me issues, like that Viagra. When you take a high dose of that Viagra 3 times a day, you're not happy. You're just not like, it makes you dizzy and nauseated and just drained feeling. You feel like a zombie, honestly. And then, you know, we upped blood pressure medicines, trying to open vessels. And when you take a high dose of blood pressure medicine, your blood pressure goes down, right? And so, yeah. And then today he's adding in, I won't get it till Thursday, but he's adding in a channel blocker. And so that's probably going to drag me down even further. And then I'm starting, you know, the morphine, 15 milligrams of morphine twice a day. So yeah, I'm dragging, I'm feeling it, okay? I am feeling it for sure. But I still want to work on this blanket. And I still want to chat with you guys because that's what's, you know, comforting to me, and just letting me just have a break and rest a minute before I do, you know, decide to go lay down. But, yeah, I'm going to do a separate video about my finger and share some photos of how it's looking and what's going on with it and all that kind of stuff. But, I do appreciate you guys watching. I just appreciate you being here so much, and just knowing that I have your support and your thoughts and prayers, and y'all are just so kind and so sweet. Y'all really are. And I might have missed a few questions. I scrolled through these questions for yesterday, for Monday night's chat. I scrolled through the questions on there. I mean, scrolled through and read, and I might have missed some questions here or there. So please forgive me for that. I just don't have energy right now, and I was just trying to do the best that I could do. So please understand that. Just ask your question again. But I'm going to let you all get going, because I really feel like I need to just get this video uploaded, and I need to go lay down and rest and get my legs up and just rest. Maybe close my eyes, hopefully, and get a little sleep, if the finger will let me. So anyway, guys, so I'm gonna go. I thank you again for being here, and I remember it's a beautiful day to crochet, and I will see you all again in the next video. Bye, friends. Love you all.